Warning, this game is rated M for mature. Viewer discretion is advised. So welcome back everyone to some more Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. We're done with the main game, so tonight we're just pretty much playing a bunch of DLC. Specifically 2 story DLCs. So I kind of want to mention something first, and I already copied my files just to showcase this. So, when we beat the game last time, I can go into story mode here and start like a new game. For starters, here's our new modes, just for the DLC. But if I start a new game here, you'll see our difficulties easy, normal, and hard. So I think it's time for us to properly show that Konami code. Because we tried this last session, and I don't know why it wasn't working. Because watch this. If you put in the Konami code, up, up, down, down, left, right, B-A. If you get it right, you'll hear Raiden actually name drop his game. And now if we go into a save file, so I'll use save 2 so we don't mess with the first save. If we go in, notice we have a lot more options.
Yeah, seriously.
And if we go into story mode once again here and start a new game, notice now we have very hard and Revengeance difficulty. So in the console versions of this game, if you put in the Konami code, all it does is unlock these difficulty options for you. In the PC version, it unlocks everything. So it unlocks the difficulties, it unlocks the ability to play the DLC here, it unlocks a lot more extra stuff here in the menus, and one big thing it actually does is if I go into chapter select now, we can select our chapters, but we can also select the boss fights.
Oh my gosh, you can select the boss fights
Yeah,
too?
you have a boss rush mode in this game basically, but I don't know how you're supposed to access this normally, but on the PC version, put in the Konami code, you can easily fight all your bosses. And the things in red here, these are the DLC storylines. So it also does a good job separating the two.
That makes sense.
And you can even see your rankings on the screen too, which is nice.
That one lonely S.
Yep. Yeah. 1 S, everything else B's. A little above average. And then the one amazing.
Alright,
So-
what subject did you get an S on, Lester?
Yeah, exactly. I want to know too. So once you put in the Konami code, your save is like this permanently now. So that's why I use a different one. So now this save file is set up to have everything. So for the sake of our playthrough, we'll back out, use the other save that, you know, has the things unlocked we actually have properly unlocked. I think. Unless the Konami code just bled into here. Let me make sure. If it did, then whatever. Okay, it did. Whatever. It does not change anything. So I guess we should just get this one started. We'll start off with the first one here, Jetstream. Reference sake, from what I noticed, in the PC version, you have to play through the game to unlock these. On the console versions, if you own these pieces of DLC, they just show up immediately for you to play. I don't know why they're locked behind completing the game on PC, but sure.
I mean, we already beat the game, so...
Yeah, and these two things here, Jetstream and Blade Wolf, these are free things of DLC on the consoles. The paid stuff is mostly all the VR missions and the extra costumes. So if you just want your gameplay, Blade Wolf and Jetstream, both free on PSN and the Xbox Marketplace.
So if you want more games to play, this is great.
Yeah, because each one of these storylines adds about an hour and a half when I heard, so pretty meaty DLC. Also, hey there, Kara, how you doing? Maybe because the PC has the built-in. Yeah, no, the PC version of Rising Revengeance is basically a Game of the Year version. It has all the DLC by default. So I guess because of that, it's slightly different SKU. They just decided to put the DLC missions behind completing the game, make sure people were comfortable enough with the gameplay and not jumping into, say, like Jetstream first and being very confused.
What is game?
Yeah. Not sure. Let's see what the tutorial is for this. Because Jetstream, we actually play as Sam here, so I want to see how this is going to control. See if he has anything special.
Jake, didn't you?
Yeah, I almost said Jake. Oh, we don't get a narrator. That's different. Basically the same so far, which I expect, because this guy is basically Raiden.
Except
Oh, he has
got
an
a
air
rock
dash.
blade.
That's different. Oh, and he has a high jump too, so it's double jumping. You lose your momentum when you do the second jump, but that's not really that bad. Because that makes platforming a lot easier. And if you run off the edge, you can basically get an extended jump.
That's easy.
Yeah, very different too.
Guessing Blade Wolf is the dog.
Yeah.
So we-
So these storylines, when I heard these all happen, I think before or during the events of Rising itself. I know Blade Wolf happens like before Raiden meets up with Wolf in Chapter 1. Holy crap, that's a heavy attack beyond belief.
Yeah, gosh. Yeah, did you see that arc? Like, how I hit everything?
Yeah. Oh, I also need to change something before I forget.
I love the pause screen, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Not kicking
Foot
the guy
in
off my
chest.
sword.
I'm changing my camera control back to normal. Normally, I like playing with inverted Y-axis because I'm just so used to that from all the retro games I play. But I actually played some of that boss rush, mainly for the final boss in this game because it's just that good. And I noticed that blade mode is way easier to control if you press up to go up. Camera control I can do up and down, down is up, but not blade mode. It makes things a lot harder to be accurate. Oh, you can taunt enemies. That's different.
I mean, he is kind of an asshole.
Yeah, true. Oh, hi! I'm just taunting nothing, and then all of a sudden, 3 guys on my 6. Oh man, when they're enraged, dude, they're a lot weaker because that was only a handful of slices.
I know, yeah, he's a cyborg as well, but
Yeah, well, not nearly to the same degree as Raiden, though. He has a
Yeah.
lot more humanoid components about him. Barely has any enhancements.
Cherry blossoms. Yeah. I take it you're not a fan? No. They make me
get that shit off my suit.
I knew Johnson's
I
team
just
was
got this
working on
cleaned.
some fancy pants new reception area,
Don't want those cherry blossoms.
but Jesus. When I get my hands on that candy ass.
I'm sorry, the facial animations in this game still get me.
Lots of shit out of the building.
They're actually pretty good, but this was also a late PS3 360 era game.
Yeah, when the Rockstar made the LA Noir technology kind of useful in a way.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, not many other people kind of put on that same kind of ambition, but
What do you think?
they did learn a lot from that tech and realize it's probably good to invest more in mocapping.
Yeah.
It's kind of made a big difference in the industry.
The wind blows, the flowers
Especially
blow
now.
away. It's simply how things are.
Too bad the guy who ran Team Bondi was kind of an asshole
In any case,
and destroyed them.
Minuanos
Yeah.
are close.
That's usually how it goes.
Yep.
Cool
Apparently the guy's still in the game business, which I don't even know how.
AKA
Of
What?
course.
Jetstream Sam.
Jeez. Well, I mean,
Oh wait, did we steal his bike to go into the one mission from Chapter 6? Really? So I guess if that's the case, Raiden could just keep the bike because he murders Sam. Spoilers for main story.
Hey, what the hell you think you're doing, buddy?
what do you think you're gonna beat me with a baton when I have a sword?
Yeah, really.
It just reminds me of that. There's a weapon in Final Fantasy VII Remake. That Cloud can get. It's literally a baseball bat with nails coming out of it.
That's pretty cool.
And I was like, you know, you're so used to Cloud seeing him have this huge ass sword as his main weapon, and then when you equip that, you're just like, oh my god, this is so unfitting.
It makes me think more of Dead Rising than Final Fantasy, yeah.
Yeah.
I like how he shrugs it off. It's like, well, I didn't have to kill you, you know?
I mean, you played the main game at this point, so you know how Sam is. But he's kind of one of those characters who's like, eh.
The smell.
Oh, yeah,
I
he
kill
just
her
does his own
myself.
thing at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm probably going to taunt a lot just by accident because I'm so used for the main game pressing up the D-pad just scan your area. So I'm going to be doing that a lot just because I'm trying to see if there's items here. Like this.
I think that's a reference to joke weapons, since that apparently was in the original, the nail bat that is. If it was, I didn't see it. Huh.
Yeah,
I'll
because
have
you
to
probably
know
didn't
what-
play far enough in the original to see that weapon.
No, I didn't play far enough in the game, so
Yeah.
I'm going to change that eventually because I want to actually finish it.
Yeah. I mean, now it'll probably be a lot easier for you to do that since you played a lot of this remake at this point, so you're familiar with a lot of the story. You'll probably want to
Well-
see it through fully.
I know that I've already played all of what remake is going over. I've already played in the original, so I'm not spoiling myself with the remake. So
Yeah. Not really, because you got farther in the original game than where the remake technically ends.
yeah,
So you know more of the main
Kinda
plot
weird
because of
to say
that.
'cause, you know.
Oh,
it's
you
just
can't do
like-
stealth attacks with Sam! I mean, it's not surprising. This guy is just kind of sword hoe in this case.
What is stealth? What is it? You think this is a Metal Gear game?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, come on. Wait, why do stealth in this game? It's pointless.
So this is Metal Gear Survive now, right?
Pretty.
It's all the better game. I got it. To be fair, probably playing with a ball and a string is a better game than Metal Gear Survive now. That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
It's so weird. You can kind of sneak around with Sam, but there's no point because you can't do any of the stealth takedowns. There's just no
Yeah.
option for it. Which, to be fair, that's kind of what I heard going to this mode. I heard that this DLC, Jetstream Sam, is more about combat, and then Blade Wolf's DLC is more about stealth. So it makes sense that Sam
It kinda
just
makes
does not
sense.
care about being silent.
And those are geckos. No, those are different enemies.
No, Gecko's new, remember?
Yeah, and they're also proper Metal Gears compared to these things. Which can easily blindside you, jeez.
How many chapters is this DLC? Do you remember?
I'm not sure. It may just be one full chapter.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean, it is just DLC.
I
so-
kind of.
Well, not just that, but these are more confined stories anyways, so I'm not sure how much of it you go through that links up with the main game anyways, but it's always happening sometime in the middle of these main events, so I can't really do too much.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know what's the point of the box for Sam at this point, just, you know, because I feel like it.
And it's like, why are you offering? Why are you giving me a box?
I seen Ryan do this once. I want to do it too.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Snake would be mad for you questioning that.
What's to do with these?
Oh, there's VR missions in the DLC stories too. That's weird.
That is weird.
Oh, Zero Guy down too? Kind of. Oh, okay, now he really is. Sure, I didn't even have a chance to take a spine. Wait, what?
Well, what do we have here? Maybe I should give it a try.
This is different. Okay, sure. What's this about? Let's activate.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing this.
Okay, so I guess DLC VR-based missions, you could just do the second you find them, compared to how Raiden's set up and just take the mission and just play it later.
Yeah.
Stabby, stabby. Give me your spinies. Can you enrage the geckos? Oh yeah, you can. And they get pissed. Real pissed.
They look like they're pissed.
Yeah.
I mean-
Oh man, I shouldn't have done that.
They're Metal Gears, of course they're gonna get mad.
Oh, get out of the stun. Especially when I'm getting sweet kick from the back. I thought I blocked that. Thing, parry.
Thought I parried their bullshit.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god.
These guys are really good with the combos. Holy crap.
They're just like, we're gonna keep kicking you until you die.
Jeez, just to get Goomba stomped. These guys are real aggressive. Finally, I need swine juice. It's a really weird camera angle to work with too, but at least it works. Down the box. Wow, after all that was still an A. How was that an A?
Oh, you thought you were gonna stream your automata before I clicked on the stream.
Ah.
They mixed up two tweets I saw going live and one talking about the Revengeance remake. Okay, can someone explain to me, speaking of that, can someone explain to me why I don't think the remake that Nier's getting is the same one that was on what was earlier. I don't know why it looks different.
Oh, you mean like how this remake's completely different from the original game?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I don't remember the original game looking like that.
Yeah, no, that's what I heard, that this remake's supposed to be more like a reimagining of the game, because it's not a one-to-one. Think of it like Final Fantasy Remake compared to the original at that point, where it's kind of a major
it's kind
overhaul.
of that?
That's
Well,
what
no,
I've
I
heard
mean,
at
like-
least. I know, again, Chuck can kind of clear it up more, but I heard it's more of an overhaul kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, like, I thought that... No, I'm talking about, like, on the... I've seen a couple of screenshots of the original game, and, like, the characters are different than what it is in the Replicant... this Replicant remake. I thought it was going over just basically a remake of the original game.
Oh, it's Blade Wolf.
A talking robot dog, basically.
State your business here.
So Blade Wolf met Sam first.
Just
Interesting.
sharpening my skills. wandering the earth,
Like
dispensing
taking
justice,
automata's
but only to the
combat
justice
instead of
of
replicants.
Okay, so I was kind of right at that one. It's more like a reimagining instead of just a straight up remake. Taking elements from a different game and modernizing it.
Okay.
It makes a
That
lot of
makes
sense.
no leash, right?
The ones who issue my
Because that's the whole thing with Automata. It's completely different compared to the original Nier, and that's why it sold so well. Especially in the West, because it was just a gameplay system where people clicked with.
Call me biased.
It's probably why they thought of doing the same thing with this remake.
Orders, Bob. Why don't you try thinking for yourself?
for myself.
You're gonna have to fight Blade Wolf, aren't you?
Order my
Looks like it.
will be wiped.
Yeah, it's even playing his theme. So, we're playing Blade Wolf.
I am sorry. You must die.
The intro to the song is always really good. Just that acoustic
Yeah.
guitar.
I am sorry. As well.
You will die.
If it's like the first time you fought Blade Wolf with Raiden, it's gonna be a little difficult.
Yeah, well, especially this kind of fight, it's in a more confined space, so it's a lot harder to move around.
Yeah.
Multiple strikes.
Every time I try to do a counterattack, he moves out of my way, so it doesn't really help.
Yeah.
There you go, finally. Get in range of my counter. Man, that sharp's a wide move, it does a lot of damage.
Ow.
Wonder something here. Let me look at his combos real quick. Okay, that one looks cool. I want to try the blender. Everything else is somewhat similar
Blender?
to what Raiden has,
Raiden
actually. Jawbreaker is kind of the same kind of move that Raiden has that kicks enemies into the air. And
I like the
he
move.
has the dodge move that Raiden has to buy in the store. All right, immediately Sam's already a better character. The fact that you already have a dodge out of the box.
You will die.
Did you hear about? Did you by any chance, Lester? I didn't get a chance to watch this. But did you even watch the Xbox thing today?
Nah, I didn't.
I didn't either.
I know people are mixed about it because Microsoft always presents their stuff more
Now.
as a presentation compared to here's the thing to gamers. I think people have to understand that when watching because people really hated on it today.
Was it? I heard they were supposed to be actually showing games.
I mean, apparently they didn't. They just showed a lot of
No.
trailers.
Oh, you got an S.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. I mean, look at my damage. I took half damage in that fight. It's really confusing how this game's ranking system can work sometimes because that looks like in any other game like this, it would be maybe like a B ranking at the very highest. But here, it's a very forgiving system. It's like, here, even though you took damage, best rank. Okay, why? In other cases, that doesn't happen.
Yeah. I haven't seen it. But all of their quote-unquote gameplay trailers or gameplay trailers, from what I've heard.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I heard
gosh.
too. But that's the norm for Microsoft. They never really show gameplay. They always just show like these trailers that present themselves like gameplay, but not. I mean, you kind of have to expect that at this point from Microsoft.
I was just curious because To be honest with you, I was expecting Twitter to blow up today. It really didn't blow up.
No.
So
Yeah, people were disappointed because apparently the demo was underwhelming. I haven't seen the library. I'm not going to probably go out my way for it. I'm more caring about not the games for it. I'm more caring about, like, what they're talking about with the system, per se. Because that, to me, is a little more important when we don't know much about it yet. We can always show games later, as long as we know what the system is we're buying.
Yeah. I mean, granted, I'm not going to be buying these games whatsoever, or these consoles.
Yeah.
Until much later, down the line.
I mean, I'm probably going to get the controller within the first year or two, but the system, it could be a while. Because the controller, from what I've seen, is pretty cool. It's the same thing as the one controller, just slightly fixed up in a lot of areas. I don't know how the D-pad's going to be. I'm kind of curious about that. Because it's using the Elite controller style D-pads, which is almost similar to the 360's D-pad, but more responsive.
Yeah.
Because I honestly, out of all the controllers, the Xbox One family of controllers are just some of my favorite in general. They feel so good. I'm using one right now.
At last, our hero reaches the castle.
I like the Xbox One controller too. Like I said before, I'm not gonna be buying like PS5 or the Xbox Series X, and for a very long time.
Yeah.
Mainly because I saw some gameplay, like how games looked, and I was just like, they really don't look like they're that different than this gen, you know?
Well, the biggest problem I have with it is you're really not going to notice much of a difference unless you're on like a 4K TV that's like at least a 60-inch or something with HD, or you have to have like this super premium setup. And most people don't have that because it's just way too expensive. Or just unnecessary in some people's setups.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to get myself a better PC before I get the new systems, because it'll just make a bigger difference and play basically all the same stuff.
Yeah. He said, I think the main difference is loading time. Yeah.
Yeah, since they're now using solid states. But again, I'm not as concerned about that on the consoles. It's good they're finally adapting it. But I've already been using solid states for like 4 years now. So for me, I already know how good it is, and on a PC game, it makes a big difference. I already have a couple lying around.
This new computer just got as a solid state. I really like it.
Yeah, how you been enjoying that solid state life?
I really like it a lot. It's like instantaneous for everything. But, you know, well, that's a good thing for the consoles. I feel like when you tell me something is next gen, if really load time is the only difference, I'm like, is it really next gen at that point?
That's the biggest problem with the consoles at this point, yeah. Because they kind of hit a plateau for graphics. Like, it's going to definitely look good, but it also looks like that now. It's just the biggest difference is the performance is going to get better. That's it.
Yeah.
Outside of that, graphics already hit like pretty big plateau. So it's going to be hard for them to really be that more impressive for a lot of people.
I think I mentioned this on Twitter one time. I said, I think really we kind of peaked out on like graphics as a staple for consoles back at 6th gen, really. Like, they got better, yeah.
I mean, late 6th gen, I'd say, honestly.
Yeah, they did get better, but my gosh, like, they were just like small increment improvements each generation, like very small.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, you know, 5th gen and 6th gen, there was a big difference because we went from like blocky polygon models to actually forming people models.
Yeah. 6th gen was PS3 era. No, that was actually the PS2 GameCube era.
Yeah, PS2, GameCube, and Xbox.
Yeah. Also, hey Celtics, how you doing?
Hey Celtics. But yeah, ever since then, it's just like we're just gradually just, you know, just a little bit of an improvement. Oh, we're in HD now.
I mean, to be fair, HD early days was not good because it was literally higher resolution. That's it. Everything still looked like a PS2 game in 1080p. It wasn't until, again, late generation PS3 360 era where HD started to make a big difference. Like this game. Tell me, just look at this game from a face value. PS3 or PS4? A lot of people would probably maybe say, it could be like an early gen PS4 game. Like, no, this was late gen PS3 360 era. Like, it's always around the end of a generation they finally understand how these consoles work, and they just finally take advantage of the hardware.
Yeah. They're still learning, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just, I don't know. I mentioned it earlier on Twitter that I honestly think, like, when it comes to, like, improving actual, like, graphics and whatnot, I think we really peaked already.
Yeah.
We peaked for a long time.
I mean, unless you're Nintendo, then you're a roller coaster of graphics.
Yeah. Then you got then you're like, oh yay! You got Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Looks so good. It looks so pretty. And then you get games like, no offense, Fire Emblem Three Houses, but you look like crap.
Yeah. I mean, the best part about the game's graphics are the CG cutscenes one I've seen.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Everything else is like, this could probably pass as like 360 game.
No offense. I hate
I'll
using.
just quit playing right now.
No, it plays just fine, and that's all that matters is gameplay fine.
Yeah, I mean,
In my
Nintendo's
opinion,
games are always a mix on that because sometimes they know how to use the hardware and sometimes they have no clue. Intelligent systems, they know what they're doing, but they optimize it more for performance and graphics, so it gets
was an
simplified.
intelligent system, but it was mostly Koei Tecmo.
Yeah, which
Koei
again,
Tecmo
they are
helped out with
definitely
the game.
more known for just not making the best high-quality graphics. They're just so it works. I mean, look at every version of Hyrule Warriors. Every version kind of runs like garbage.
Except the Switch version.
No, that one runs like garbage.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the frame rate's like always in 50 at the highest. It
Oh, I
fluctuates like
thought it was
crazy.
always in 60.
No. No, go in certain areas and you'll see it dead.
Power Warrior.
It's
Okay.
basically like Sonic Unleashed on PS3 if you played that version. Its frame rate is very distracting in certain areas. Most of the time you don't notice it. I haven't really noticed it much. I've seen analysis of it, so that's why I know the game doesn't hold a rock solid 60 anywhere. Which is why I'm so surprised they never once tried to bother to update the game, maybe to give you an option like Fire Emblem Warriors, where you either have high resolution or high performance modes. Because that was the best part about that game from what I've seen. It gives you a choice.
Yeah, but
I always like
was
when games
thinking-
do that.
And I know that, like, I know at the beginning of a console's life system, the games are gonna look like previous gen games. They are. But yeah, I saw some of the games that are on Xbox One or on Xbox Series X and PS5. Like, prime example is that Godfall game that they showed at the Game Awards earlier this year, or not earlier, but late last year. I saw that and I was like, that looks like it could have fooled me. That looked like a PS4 game.
Yeah.
That movie next gen? What the heck, man?
Yeah, because Mario 64 totally looked like a late SNES game. We'll more or less talk about things now, because yeah, back then made a bigger difference. When you have some kind of a jump, then it actually looks different, but we haven't had a jump like that since the 5th generation, early 3D era stuff. The only way I'll see a jump like that is if they finally make a 3D Kirby game.
The fabled 3D Kirby game?
I know, the one in MIPS. Every time they tease us, like Air Ride and Blowout Blast.
Blowout? Kirby's 3D Blowout on the 3DS? You mean that one?
No, a real 3D game.
Oh, okay. Just not a spin-off, a turn title game.
I mean, actually, yes. I thought you were going to say, oh, you mean Air Ride. Just go along with it.
Has one.
I mean, it has the 3D stuff, but yeah, it's still in that spin-off category. It's the closest we ever got to Kirby being a 3D model that you can control in a 3D plane until that 3DS game. Which is still a spin-off.
Kirby 64 tried, but they fooled us because it was actually 2.5D. You know.
I mean, not to say that's bad for the series, because it's always worked. It'd be interesting to see him finally have a take on it, to see how it would play. It'd be good for innovation purposes.
But it seems like a very tricky concept to pull off well. Yeah, I mean, I wonder how they're going to do it when they eventually do it. They kind of had some sort of 3D movement in Star Allies too on the world map.
Yeah, it was just the world map, which is so weird. It's like they always have like these takes, but then they just never follow up with it.
I guess it would just be hard to kind of. Kirby's always been about, you know, simplicity, making the game simple, and 2D games are, no offense, some 2D games are just flat out too simple.
Yeah.
But if you introduce Access Z to the equation, then it gets a little bit more trickier. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It makes things more complex, and it's hard to understand. There's more buttons you got to work with, so it complicates a lot of stuff.
I like Kirby Star Allies. I think you should finish that, Celtics. It's a good game.
It's real fun, especially with all the updates now. It has a lot of extra stuff.
Everybody wants to say, "Oh, it's like it's a bad Kirby game." I say, no. Kirby's never had a bad game. This is a fact.
Yeah, it took a while to get to where it was now. That's all. So it was a little slow out the gate, but it's still a good game even from the very launch.
It's still a good game though. Like, people were pissed because it was $60, and
they weren't used to that price.
I just have to say, guys, you have to just realize that this is just how life is nowadays. Not everything is going to be, you know, $40 based on Link.
I mean, the same kind of complaint happened with Pokemon, and to an extent, even some people complain about that for Fire Emblem because they're just used to the 3DS prices.
Yeah. What about Kirby Rainbow Curse? Not a bad game.
Yeah, it's fine.
It just had weird ass control scheme.
That's I was gonna say the worst part about that game is you're never seeing its 1080p glory because you're always looking down at the gamepad. It's probably it. Although if you're playing that game in co-op, your friend can watch the glorious 1080p and you're stuck on the gamepad.
Yeah.
Oh, bring out the big guns, I see.
It says, this guy looks like Vanitas. Yeah, he kind of. Vanitas is a character from Kingdom Hearts, Lester.
Ah, okay.
We fighting Ray? Yeah.
Yeah, kind of out of nowhere, but sure. Here's a Ray.
I mean, hey, the first chapter of this game, you had to fight Ray all of a sudden out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was kind of the same thing.
I never played Rainbow Curse, but I did like Canvas Curse. I did like Canvas Curse too. You know, it's so weird that game. I didn't think I was gonna like it, and then I actually played it, and I was like, "This is actually kind of a fun little, you know, side Kirby game." Really?
Yeah.
I like Canvas Curse. It's actually a really good game. I know when I was watching a bunch of Some Call Me Johnny's reviews of the thing, you could tell that he was really trying not to piss off people with the Kirby game.
Yeah, because they have cult classic status, so it's one of those situations that you got to be careful what you say because you don't want to say the wrong thing, piss off your fan base. It gets complicated.
Yeah, you can definitely tell, like, he likes the Kirby games, but I can definitely tell those are his type of game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, some of them are, like, really like Superstar.
I mean, yeah, but everybody likes Superstar.
Yeah, sure.
Let's be honest.
It's one of the best games in the series because it just has a lot of variety.
One of the best Super Nintendo games, period. Dude.
Oh, yeah.
You still mixed on how you feel about Sword and Shield? I mean, that's fair. That's
I mean, understandable. I still haven't gone back to it since launch.
I frankly liked it. I bought the DLC for it, So now I'm ready for when the DLC come out. I frankly liked it. I mean, I completed the Pokédex in the game. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
So. Also, the 3D is price thing. At least 3 Houses Star Allies feel like a $60 experience, with or without update DLC.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I know people rush through Pokemon, but I didn't. And I feel like I got my money's worth out of it. So.
But you can't rush through a game like that, because then it'll make it even feel worse. Because if you rush through it, then you're gonna have that feeling amplified that's empty.
Yeah. Me and Amber, how long did it take us? Like 3 weeks to beat the game? And that was us doing basically everything the game had to offer. So. I thought the game was fine. I thought it was a good Pokemon game for what it was. Had a lot of, you know, interesting Pokemon that I actually ended up really liking. I ended up really liking Woo-Woo in its evolved form a lot. That toxicity Pokemon is really cool Pokemon. I know you haven't played very much, Lester.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I don't know these. There's nothing really to spoil about Pokemon.
Yeah. But you know, I like the story to an extent. I like what they tried to do with the wild area. I thought that was a neat experience. Granted, you know, you don't get to be in it very often, but it was cool for what they tried. I didn't realize how many freaking Pokemon they put in that area, though. It was ridiculous. Oh my gosh. I mean, I know a lot of people just didn't like the dang game, which, you know, I understand that. If that's how they feel, that's how they feel.
It's starting to prove a point that I've been saying now for a couple years, and a lot of the Pokemon fans have been kind of ignoring. They gotta stop a game a year because it's burning them out. Game Freaks only have ideas.
But I also think at this point, and I think I've talked about this before on a previous stream once before, I really do think Pokemon peaked, like quality-wise. I think it really ended, like it peaked towards the end of that peak was with 5th gen.
Yeah, because ever since they've been making a lot of changes, people have been very mixed on. Either you like or hate the new additions now, but 5th gen kind of had more of a positive reception compared to anything past. There's still a lot of negativity around launch, but not to the same degree that the later games got. Especially the recent one.
One thing with 5th gen, 4th gen is, like, yeah, it was still the samey plot as we all know and love, but...
Well, they tried something different with the first 5th gen game where you couldn't use all your old Pokemon until you beat the game.
Yeah.
So they tried to make it like the original again, try to recapture that same feeling.
And with 5th gen in particular, they tried something different, and they mostly focused on making a really good story, and I think that's why a lot of people rock with it, too.
Yeah, so. A lot of people really praise the story nowadays. I know back in the day, people were a little more mixed, but now I hear more praise and negativity with it.
Yeah, 5th gen was peak. The only worthwhile addition since then was Fairy type and the type balancing. Yeah, that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And it's not like saying, like, I'm not saying like all the other generations, like 6th, 7th, and 8th gens were bad games. I'm not, and that's far from it. It's just, you can definitely tell when quality of the game started to diminish just a little bit.
Yeah, especially when they were starting to run out of the ideas, because what else is left? That's why they made Trash Can Pokemon. Running out of ideas.
Yeah.
I just realized my email program's still open, so that was me making a sound. Let me get rid of that. Oh, it was just an update from Windows. Continue your journey by setting up PC for Inside Builders. How about not? I don't want to be a beta tester for your garbage. Continue. Am I getting up? I can't see. Camera.
Like, what was I talking about? Like, 4th, like, I liked 4th a lot. Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. I'm gonna be honest with you, like, even though Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire the games themselves were really good, and I feel like they're probably, in my opinion, my favorite out of all of the 3DS Pokemon games. I still, if you held a gun to my head and you said, okay, which one's you gonna play for the rest of your life? Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, or Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire? I'm choosing Emerald version. I'm sorry, I'm still am. It's kind of sad that I think that a remake of a game, I don't know. I still have issues with when you remake a game, and I still prefer the original over the remake.
Yeah.
I don't know,
To be
it's
fair,
bad in my mouth.
the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire remakes, they did add a lot of new stuff that really changed the core game. That probably didn't help it.
You're everything they said you were, Sam. Yet
6 and
still
8
so naive.
were dips in quality. 7 was fairly good, despite the long cutscenes.
You're living
The Ultra Fruits were overkill.
Oh,
Yeah, the original 7th-gen games, Sun and Moon, great games. The Ultra games, not nearly as good, because they changed more stuff they didn't need to change. It just kind of ruined the whole experience for story. It has a much worse story.
The Ultra games. That tells you that much. Me and Amber actually have to go back and finish that because we haven't even gotten. Well, we haven't even done the first grand trial in that game yet, have we? No, we haven't played it. We haven't had time to because this is again another issue that really Pokemon needs to just quit. And I agree with what Lester was saying that they just need to take a couple years off of making Pokemon.
Yeah,
Just
and the
stop.
problem is, they can't. Because it's such a media giant, they need to continue making games for the cartoon series, for the toys, for
No,
the
they
trading
don't.
cards.
You know what they did back in the day? I don't even like that excuse anymore.
I know,
You
it's
what
not a
they
good
did
excuse,
back
but
in
you
the
know that's the one they're using.
day? You know what they did back in the day to keep up with the games? They made fucking filler seasons.
Yeah, no, if they continue to do that, give us another Orange Island thing, and we're fine.
Yeah, give us
We
an
don't
Orange Island thing, and the battle frontier thing from 3rd gen was an all filler season
Yeah,
until 4th gen came out.
yeah, and it worked out
was,
great.
Yeah, it
In
was
fact,
perfectly
some
fine.
people actually said that's some of their favorite arcs in the anime. It's just the filler stuff. I mean, heck, and introduced Tracy, so introduced a whole new character people liked.
Yeah. I don't know. I just when people say, "Oh, they gotta keep up with the anime," I was like, "No, they freaking don't."
I mean, it's more of a corporate problem because that we agree with, but they don't care. Corporate wants to still keep on making all this stuff up to date because they just want more merch because it sells.
Yeah, I don't agree with I don't agree with the whole they need to keep up with the card game and all their other media. All their other media can just wait. They've done it in the past before, so I don't see why it's in it.
Yeah, no, it could. It's just
Everybody
it's a
cares.
corporate decision at that point.
Yeah, everybody cares about money issue. I remember how I was talking to you earlier before the stream started about how all of a sudden now game companies have issues printing physical copies of games because it's too expensive. Oh my gosh, it's too expensive. It's never been expensive for you before. Now it's an issue.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And the only ones I still will have more of an understanding of on that one are Switch games because of how much more goes into making those cards, so it is more
I can
expensive.
understand those. I can understand that. Yeah.
Oh, that's the
just-
button. I seen someone do this on a stream, and I wanted to do this because it's fun. And then after you do that for a while, you throw up.
Oh gosh.
Which means I'm getting banned on Twitch.
Like that Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah, I'm probably
Yeah.
getting banned now on Twitch. Sorry. It was a good final stream, guys. Then you can do that, apparently. That's the dumbest animation. I don't think you can do that with the box. I think it's just the drum cans. Yeah, doing the same thing doesn't work.
Oh, we're back in the Oriental level.
Yeah, I remember this being a long, complex climb for Raiden just to get up here for an achievement. Hi.
Yeah.
Oh, this is actually an area of the fight. All right, good. They fixed my major complaint in the main story. 'Cause this area has zero reason to exist. Oh, I actually chopped off this guy's legs. I heard one of them scream, "My legs," but that was the one that got killed.
My leg! It's literally that sound effect.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that the DLC for Pokemon Sword and Shield are pretty good. I'm honestly, if there's one thing I am glad with Game Freak doing, is they finally realized that making a third version is stupid.
Yeah.
And they're just like, okay, all right, well, let's just release DLC, updated DLC. I'm like, thank you. That actually what helps in this situation, because then you can do what you were wanting to do without breaking my wallet.
Not just that,
That bad.
but then the original versions don't become outdated. Because that was always the biggest problem about Pokemon. It's like some people would like, why would I buy this game? It's going to get an updated version in like a year. So why would I waste my money? And then they just don't buy it. And then we'll buy only the enhanced one. So it causes a big split in the scene. Especially with how big the competitive scene is now. They don't want that. They want to just keep people on the same versions.
Yeah. I mean, granted, I'm a sucker and I would have bought it. I still bought it anyways.
I mean, that's been their whole ply for the past, like, 20-something years. It's prying on people who are just like, I don't care. I like Pokemon. Give me 20. And that's how they keep on making their money. What they're finally learning is like, you know, not as many people were stoked about Ultra. Like, they bought it, but they didn't play it. So I feel like we wasted our time.
And it's like, what, $30 for the season pass? And that's two expansions to it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
I mean, the only weird thing with it is technically both versions of the game have their own style of season pass, so the content's gonna be slightly different. If you want the full experience, you're still shelling out a crap ton because it's freaking Pokemon.
I mean, granted, that's just the thing with there being two versions. I kind of had a hunch that like if this is how it is, then oh well.
Yeah, I mean that won't change until they finally kill off the two version thing, and who knows if they're ever gonna do that.
I don't think they're gonna ever kill, because that's a their thing. That's a thing that they invented back in the day. This is tradition kind of situation.
Hey, where'd he go? There's Doggy.
Is it a good tradition? Fuck no.
No,
I mean,
it's not. It's like the same tradition of your uncle running your gas until it's on empty. Not a good tradition, but he just won't stop.
Alright, he'll let the uncle in the car again.
You know what, Kira? Yeah, you're right. I agree with that too. They did not need to make. They could make a DLC that literally has for both games.
Oh yeah,
They
easily.
share data for both games, because honestly, I feel like if you bought one, you should have gotten the other one.
Yeah, I mean, other devs have that kind of mindset. If you buy like, multiple versions, you'll just get them included. But like, Pokemon Company's like that one oddball one. They don't care.
Also, whole split version is kind of a necessary evil for Pokemon, because of the whole trading mechanic.
Yeah, it's the whole reason why it's not going to die anytime soon. Because they have no reason to have the split versions anymore, but trading is the big reason why it still exists, and that's why it keeps on selling. Like, people keep on buying both versions because of these version-exclusive Pokemon. And until they stop doing that, which they won't stop the dual version thing.
Yeah, at least it's a step in the right direction. One thing, though, that is bugging me about the fan base with Pokemon in general still is just, they're still going on about the National Dex thing, which I get it. Like, it's a bad thing. But, honestly, at this point, it's just like, the games are out. Just move on, please.
Yeah, you're kind of beating a dead horse. It's not going to change.
You're,
Just don't buy it.
The
Seriously, it's the one
horse-
argument none of the fans are understanding. If you don't like it, don't buy it.
Exclusive without having a second version. Dudes based on gender or choice that you make at the beginning of the game. Yeah, that's true.
That is an easy fix for it, just you know they're never going to do it. Because they like how the dual version thing gets them more money. Hi!
Oh, he did not like you.
Like, stop talking about Pokemon. Dear God, we gotta stop this. Here, I'm gonna punch you to death until you stop.
I'm gonna hug you to death until you stop talking about it.
Just don't buy it.
Stop talking about.
Nah, you disrespected his favorite. That's why he mad.
I'm sorry, Flareon doesn't have good stats. That's not my fault.
Sorry, Flareon just sucks.
There's only so much we can do. This is not a good combo. 3 of these guys at once. Not good. Barely fight one.
Hey, Flareon doesn't suck.
Yeah, this is the Flareon group. They all have raised Flareons and are really pissed.
Don't destroy my fluffy boy like that.
How much better has that one come over the years? Because I know they started to make a major improvement with Flareon starting around, like, what, 6?
Yeah. They fixed a lot of problems with Flareon.
Yeah. It's still one of the worst out of the family, but it's not, like, unusable like it used to be from what I heard.
Starting 4th gen, Flareon got better. But the first 3 gens, yeah, Flareon was kind of hard to use.
Well, even then, I even heard with 4th gen, it was getting better, but still not recommendable.
They started giving Flareon something to... They started giving Flareon something to use its attack stat with.
Finally.
But it's still adorable. Yeah, it is true. Flareon is adorable. It's big, fluffy doggy.
But nobody uses it.
Gets outshined by Jolteon and Vaporeon.
I mean, you can say the same thing about Dunsparce, and then no one uses it.
Yeah, Dunsparce was a pretty cute Pokemon, but nobody cared about him. So.
You say that, and then we're gonna have a Pokemon fan come in here and yell at us.
Getting access to 4 bits in 7th gen, I think. Yeah. I don't understand why they never gave it earlier. Because, yeah, they had to realize, because I remember in Platinum version, and, well, Platinum version did it better than Diamond Pearl, but Diamond Pearl had a grand total of 2 fire Pokemon you could get. But
Yeah.
Platinum did it better. They actually added more fire Pokemon.
What was it? Your starter or
Or Ponyta.
Yep,
That was
that's it. That's all you got, which is why you never play anything but Platinum now if you're playing 4th
Yeah,
gen.
you don't play.
If you want options, play Platinum.
Please play Platinum. If you play 4th gen game, please play Diamond.
Strong.
I mean, if that's all you have, and you want a fire, just pick the starter.
Well, not only that, Platinum, like, Diamond and Pearl, oh my gosh, it was so slow.
Yeah, they
mean,
fixed a
granted-
lot of the loading issues with Platinum. It still was not great on loading, but it spelled the game a lot.
Are you still doing a VR mission?
Yeah, this is still the same mission. It's a long one. Oh, I took them both out with that. That's weird. But sure.
I'm going to use my samurai sword to kill a freaking helicopter.
I mean, as you do. There's still more! Was this supposed to be the final VR mission? That's only number 3 for me.
You know what's funny though? Speaking of bad we were talking about like how some Nintendo first-party games have kind of bad graphics still in some areas, and people were using the tree in Pokemon Sword and Shield. And I'm like, the thing is with that, using that as an argument, I said those trees are designed to be that way.
I mean, the trees still look like crap, to be fair.
I mean, yeah, but it was designed to look that way because it's supposed to distinguish itself that, hey, I'm a berry tree. So,
not the ones that people were pointing out. Remember, the ones people point out look like ocarina trees or just the normal trees that have no use.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Because I know that conversation's come up in chat before. It's like, no, the berry trees, they look better. Yeah, see? Kira's even saying the same. It's like, because I know we've had this conversation in these streams before. Berry trees look different. They look better. This is why everyone was like, why are these trees so bad?
Oh gosh, now you got Gecko and Blade Wolf.
Oh, how? How did I still get the juice? Oh, there, I finally got rid of the 2 wolves, so now it's just me and Gecko.
Mr. Moo.
Piss him off.
Kill the Gecko. Get his weak point. And crush it.
Is that it now? Like, I fought so many things in this VR mission. Nope, we're still going!
Oh my God.
The VR mission that will never end.
This train never stops.
I swear, this is probably supposed to be your final one. I missed 2, because this is insane. Do you even have enough rations to get through all this? I have 1 more. You gotta be careful. Not a good time to get stunned. Oh, jeez, I just used the ration. I'm already down to 20.
I'd laugh if this is one of those endless style
Ah!
ones.
No, it says eliminate all enemies, so there is an end. I just spent, like, what was that, 15 minutes on 1 mission?
Oh my God.
That is insane. Yeah, this is VR mission 4. I just realized that. So there's 1 more next to this. How's the final one in comparison to this garbage?
Oh god.
I'm gonna give it 1 more shot, and if we fail it again, we're gonna get a move on. I was so close, I feel like, to the end.
I feel like I was robbed. Oh, you know how Borderlands is coming to Switch, all the games? Well, Borderlands Game of the Year Edition is the only one that's on the cart. You have to download the rest of them.
Not surprising.
And guess how many gigs you need for that?
Oh, it's gonna be probably like 40 or something.
Yeah, it's like 46 gigs. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me,
I'm not
man?
surprised. That's how much it is on all the other platforms, so I'm not surprised it didn't compress anything for Switch.
The thing that bothers me about when companies do that, I get why they do it, But in the same sense, it's just like, all right, I know there's a workaround you could essentially do with you can essentially do to get around it with sharing your profile with the person that lives with you. But like in my case, if Amber wanted to play those games, well, guess what? She can't play all of them now because I just downloaded like half of the rest of that shit.
I mean, that's the problem with these games in general. It's only gonna get worse because textures are getting bigger.
Yeah.
He wasn't even glowing. Why'd he grab me?
Let's kill these dudes. I hope you can beat this, Lester.
Well, at least I get my health back. These guys just demolished. Anything to save on rations. The problem is, I don't think this one's that hard. It's just they throw so much at you.
Yeah.
So it's more of an endurance thing, draining on your health items. These guys really like to grab. Really wish if that happens, you can somehow dodge. Like with a QTE. No QTEs.
Yeah.
Need a QTE. Get off me. Good. Give me your spine juice, because I really need it. Oh, man, that feels good. I gotta get out of this corner. I can't see.
Ow, ow, ow.
Kind of hard to parry when you're in a wall.
Yeah,
There we go.
you're kind of stuck in the corner there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Camera
Fell.
doesn't help either. And sometimes like that, it's just use the stick. Because
Yeah.
I'll get a more accurate shot.
Blade mode's weird, man.
Yeah, well, you can tell it's one of those things that was half-baked by the time I got in the game, because from what I've heard, that was the biggest thing about this game. They needed to keep in. Like, Platinum was having a harder time implementing it at one point, but they were told they need Blade mode. That is the staple of this, so we can't get rid of it. And you can tell it's half-baked because of certain things about it. Like, if they had more time to develop, maybe Blade mode could be more accurate. Because I heard there's, like, some kind of element like this that return an astral chain, but only for puzzles, and it works better.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't used a single ration yet, so going to this with all my rations still is great. Hi, Gecko.
Oh,
Not now.
I don't have time for your nonsense, Gecko.
All right, then the one wolf imploded. So next. Where'd the wolf go? I just target him. Come on, thank you. That's another thing about this targeting system. It's kind of weird. I try to flip on the stick to change my target, which is how you do it, and sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it does. It's very weird. Wait, what? Hang on. No. Don't do that. I held Y for a second, and it took me out of blade mode to do my charge attack. I didn't know that was a thing with Sam. That's not good. That's actually not good.
Get me out of this corner.
Man, that's a lot of flashing. Why am I rumbling? That was a weird camera. Okay, is that it?
We done? Nope.
Like, is this cycle it? This is the $1 million question. We'll find out. Full ration still, mind you.
I hope this is the last one that you have to go through.
Hopefully, because this is a long gauntlet. Alright, one's down. This guy's pissed. We done?
I think you're done.
Outside of
You
you?
done?
Kill the spawn?
I want to be over. I want it to be over, please.
No, there's still more!
Oh my god.
The moan that never ends.
This is the train ride that never ends.
Oh my god.
Oh my
This is
god.
insane. You done? Holy crap, man.
Parry for days. Parry for days. Oh my god.
I like how the little children are just watching this all happen. Like, yeah, that's, we're not doing any of that. We're just gonna stay here and watch.
At least you're getting some good practice in.
This is
As if you needed it at this point.
Yeah, I know, really. We beat the main game. I guess it's good if you're playing Revengeance mode. All from what I've heard, the mode that makes you hate everything.
Nope. So you got the spawn children.
Off. I see gun. You have gun? You get rid of gun. I thought you were a dude.
Stop laughing at me.
I'm going to laugh at you. You laugh at me.
Oh my god! Come on! It's never ending!
It's the ride that never ends. VR mission 3.
This is the most packed VR mission. Holy crap! Stop shooting!
This is the moment.
This is the last one. That's an HD bar. Hey, everyone, stop him!
Surely this is the last one that has an HP bar.
God.
Oh, that missile's still chasing me. That thing's determined.
Ow. We can't afford to die now.
I did! I thought I had another ration! I tried to parry that and it didn't work. Because I was just
Damn
too late.
it.
I'm just gonna quit this because we've been here probably for half an hour and one stupid mission.
Oh my god.
Holy
It's the moment
crap.
that never ends.
That, I actually hate that mission because it's a gauntlet. A little too long. Little too long. God.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a little overkill, don't you think? If that is the final one, I'm still mad. Because that means we literally got to the end and the game just said no.
This place is huge.
It's the moment that never ends. Yeah, that would have said ouch too. That was bad.
Yeah. They really wanted to prepare you there.
Maybe you should, I don't know, attempt this later.
Oh, I am, yeah. That's why I wanted to give it another attempt. And then we fail and move on.
Yeah.
Just to see a little bit more of it. But yeah, no way we can do that again. Because so far, this mode is way longer than I expected because these VR missions. Because when I checked how long the beat's, like maybe an hour to an hour and a half. And I'm like, where's the ending? Because we've been going for that long already. I feel like there's still more. Oh, that guy's in hug mode. Nope, no hugs.
Wait, when did Streets Rage 4 getting a physical copy on Amazon?
They just announced it, I think. Because Limited Run picked up the rights for it for a bit, but now they're just like making physical releases on everything. I guess they got a different publisher too.
Oh.
Because now they're just selling it in retail. Because I seen those listings go up, I think like a day ago or something like that.
Here is how it's done.
What's this red blink over here? Oh, hi. Secret guys. I'm hitting select and it doesn't do anything, so what does this BP mean for you, Sam? Absolutely nothing. I mean, it's nice for Raiden.
Yeah, it probably accumulates for Raiden.
Yeah,
on his
it's just
score.
not good for Sam.
You're one of the most qualified applicants.
Sam's like, what the hell is this shit? I don't need it.
I'm not here for a job.
Although I did learn something that if you find like those little robots just stacked on top of each other, they're like secret enemies in some areas, they give you a lot of BP if you kill them.
I already
Oh,
have
really?
a job.
Yeah.
Destroying men like you. Bastards who keep the status quo. Send others to die. All from your cushy corner office where...
Well put, sir.
There must be some good gusts of wind in this elevator. How much my hair's bouncing.
Come on up to the roof for your final.
Like, look at that. It's like I'm standing next to a
What are you
fan.
talking about?
Hurry. Don't want to keep the new boss waiting.
Access denied. Enter security code.
I need a hand, don't I?
You can cut off someone else's hand and then get it too.
Do geckos count?
Yeah, they got feet hands.
Yeah. That's actually kind of weird. Like, what is this thing back here? It feels like if I go any further, I'm not going to be able to get into this area.
Access denied. Enter security code.
I'll remember that for later, I guess. In case I can backtrack. Oh, it's the brains room.
The pinky and the brain. The pinky and the brain. One is a genius, the other's insane. They're laboratory mice.
That's another one that has a, yeah, security code.
Enter security code.
Looks like I'll need to slice up some security until they drop one.
Yeah, that's how you get security codes. Slice and dice. I mean, it's not wrong. But Raiden does, it works for him. I really like this gorilla enemy in this mode. Holy crap. I've seen so many of these guys. So the VR mission I was just doing, apparently it's the hardest VR mission in the DLC and there's no reward for beating it. Well, the rewards I've been noticing for these VR missions in this have been health extensions. So if I did win it, I would have got more health. Where'd my spine go? I was locked on and then it just disappeared. That's the second time that's happened. Oh, we're getting code cards. Man, we're going back to traditional Metal Gear now.
We gotta get code cards. We gotta get level 5 security card.
And if it's anything like the original games, it's gonna be terrible. Keep on pausing the game to change it.
Don't mind if I do.
I might as well use up the first card we got, because it gives us a bonus. Oh no, I made a mistake. There's two of them.
Oh no.
2 Metal Gears is gonna be rough. I miss Ripper mode. That destroys these things.
I miss when I could kill things easily.
Well, speaking of which, like Ripper Mode kind of destroys this game if you play the earlier chapters with it. Like it's
Oh, really?
super broken, yeah. Once you unlock it at the end of Chapter 3, go back to any of the missions Chapter 1 through 3, and you notice it gets way easier. Because Ripper Mode is so OP. Like bosses you can destroy real fast with it.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean it's a game-breaking kind of thing, which is why they give it to you near the end of like your exploring time with these levels. Because you can only really use it fully in Chapter 4. After that, then it's pretty much just some boss fights and an enemy here and there, and that's it. Because of how this game's pacing goes from pretty okay to get it done right now, please.
The mission you were on. Apparently, it's the hardest VR
Yeah,
mission.
now you're reading the thing I read. So, you
Sorry.
see what I was talking about.
Yeah. I see what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
Oh, you actually can't get up there. Visible wall. Interesting. Well, now I got the other key card. Let me see if it works back here at the other door.
Enemy sighted!
Oh, you drops another one too, so I got blue now. Now, before I get that VR mission, what's this? Cool. All right, here we go. Is this one gonna be another gauntlet? I don't want any more gauntlets, please. What the heck? No, this is not an enemy thing. It's a platforming stage. Okay.
Oh, God.
Well, it's 2D.
It's in 2D. Oh my gosh. It's Ninja Gaiden.
With combat, and it goes 3D in Blade Mode. What is this?
Why, you don't like it? Come on.
Da 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 da. Oh my gosh.
It is actually like a pseudo 2.5D, but there are invisible walls, so you don't just fall off. Luckily, this is weird. I like it, but it's weird. Wait a minute. No, no, no. You recognize this? You recognizing this layout now? I'm recognizing it.
Kind of. What is this? Oh, it is the Castlevania.
This
oh
is
my
Castlevania
God.
1. This is the first stage.
This is the first stage of Castlevania 1. Oh my gosh, it is the same one.
It's Konami, it makes sense, but this is still weird.
Hey, you know, it's so funny that they reference that of all
I know,
things.
of all the things, because this is not even a thing for Metal Gear.
Man, why can't Konami do this shit anymore? That is actually kind of freaking cool. I know it's nostalgia pandering, but come on, man. That's actually kind of a cool Easter egg. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, they reference some old stuff with, like, the extra Bomberman and Bomberman R, but that's about it. Like, this was before Konami went to crap, mind you.
Yeah, I know. I just wish Konami kind of wake up and realize that, you know, all the stupid shit that they're doing right now is not helping them in their name brand whatsoever. Their name brand's trash.
I mean, Bomberman really helped. Then afterwards, they didn't capitalize on it after a year, so it's like, all right, that was cool. We're done again.
Did anyone play the Contra Hard Corps game?
Everyone hated it.
Is it really that bad?
It's really bad. It's like, it's basically a PS2 game, from what people said in terms of graphics. It looks ugly as all sin, and they just didn't like how it played. It played real weird.
Kira, I know this is kind of a random question to ask, because I've experienced it in my playthrough of this game, and Amber's really experiencing it in her playthrough. of Fire Emblem Three Houses. Does Leone just have natural tendencies to want to crit all the time?
Credit for days.
Just crit for days? Because every playthrough I've played with her, she activates crit almost every battle now. And I don't know if that's just, just based on her stats. If she's just have a high luck stat or something. In my playthroughs, never had a chance to use Leone.
Oh, good. I
Never
can
did.
get up.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that, but yeah, all our playthroughs, yeah, Leone's just critting every time. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my god. Is this like stage 3 of Castlevania?
No, this is still just stage 1.
Okay.
Because we just got out of the underwater section.
Okay.
They love these dang gorillas. Holy crap, they're everywhere in this DLC.
You could just be RNG blessed. That could be true too. Because sometimes the RNG goddess likes us.
Only sometimes.
Get out of my way, dead bodies. I want to finish the stage. That's so weird that Blade Mode makes you go 3D.
It's kind of good it does for certain things here, because I can actually see certain things that kind of obscure by this 2.5D perspective.
Yeah.
It's really weird to do precise platforming, though, in this game. It's not a platformer. It does not feel right. I don't know what's the point in collecting the blue cubes. I mean, that one was worthwhile because of the endurance upgrade. In the middle of a VR mission, mind you. Okay, it's a good thing I can jump midair. That's it. This is where you would fight the bat, and then you would leave through the door. Next stage.
Now Medusa.
Yeah, we don't have that stage, though.
Oh, dang.
That'll probably be our last VR mission we do then, because we did 4. That was terrible. And then that was VR mission 5, so we just missed VR 3. I don't know where I would have missed it. Though we should be nearing the end if that's the case. Man, we still have a boss. I don't know if we can do Blade Mode tonight. We'll try. Because I was not expecting this to be as long as it was.
Yeah, well, then again, you spend most of the time on VR missions.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe Blade Mode would be super fast. You may not even have any VR missions.
But yeah, that was a really neat Easter egg. I wish that they did more of that.
Yeah, I was really not expecting that kind of an Easter egg. That was out of left field. See, there are only 5 VR missions here. Is that just the case for all the DLC? Because no, in this one's only 5. According to the little ticker we got every time we got out of one.
Let me see. I'll see it. TrueAchievements.com.
Yeah, this room's very tannish in Sam's campaign. Which is kind of weird. Oh, those little robots aren't there. I was going to shoot them with a rocket launcher if they were. Oh, VR3 was at the Metal Gear Ray, so I didn't see that and missed it. It's probably one of the corners. And I know where to look when I replay this later on. What am I missing? I'm right next to this stupid plane. Helicopter. Same thing. There you go. Now it's working.
What the hell? There's an achievement for defeating Senator Armstrong without taking any damage on hard difficulty or above.
So hard or
Shit.
higher, yeah, that makes sense. Because this guy's aggressive, remember? Well, we'll find out how aggressive it is in this one.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, we're actually fighting Senator Armstrong? No? Oh, God.
Yeah, I actually spoiled myself to it. I know the boss of at least this campaign because of the boss rush mode. It's Armstrong.
Final interview.
So we get to see more of them.
We're making the mother of all omelets here, Jack?
Nah, this is Sam now, remember?
Oh, we're making the mother of all we're making the mother of all omelets here, Sam.
Yeah.
Oh, so now he just has force powers? Okay. Nano machines suck. I freaking love Senator Armstrong. He's such an out there character.
Yeah. Although, as you can see, so is Sam.
Yeah.
Come on. Okay. Let's dance.
Oh, but just gotta start by throwing in helicopters. Okay, I see how this fight's gonna go. So I guess it's good this past week I fought this boss in the main campaign like 6 times because I really like the final boss in this game.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. He had a ring around him this time, so I can actually see the blast radius.
Oh, thank
That's
goodness.
different. No, I didn't dodge in time. This is gonna hurt.
Sure, nothing.
Yeah, how am I supposed to dodge that when I'm in a corner? That's a little bad. Let me get out of that corner. Wait, what? I didn't even see him go for the grab. It just happened.
Omelets. Is he going to make it dropping an entire section of the city on top of another section of the city? Oh gosh, I know what he was doing. Oh no. Oh no. I just don't know. I haven't even gotten that part, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
What's he gonna throw here? He doesn't have tanks.
That doesn't matter.
He don't care. It's random helicopters.
Yeah, okay. This is platinum.
Speaking of that, he just summoned helicopters out of nowhere. You using the force, man. Oh, speaking of which, I finished Chapter 9 of Final Fantasy VII Remake last night. Can I just say, that was my favorite chapter in the entire game so far. Oh my god, that was so great.
Oh, just wait. This is the theme that's playing when you're fighting the Metal Gear when you're fighting Center, not the actual final boss thing.
It's everyone's favorite.
So it's a little different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you definitely cannot parry that. I was thinking maybe you could like one of the attacks you do in the real final boss. Because Sam does not have any QTEs I notice in this whole thing.
God, I loved it though. Yeah.
Oh, he's going Kaioken!
Kaioken times 20!
Now he's looking a little more like Wesker.
He really is.
Yeah. The funny thing is just he's more vicious in this boss fight than he was in his actual one.
Yeah, mainly this Kaioken style power up he's getting. He's more aggressive with it. And his homie's a little bit better. Oh, he has second punch ready. You can taunt the senator, and he gets real pissed.
Oh my god.
He gets real pissed. It's gonna hurt.
So I have a feeling taunting him isn't a very good idea.
No, that's not. But look at how red he is. Jeez, the combo. Holy crap, he's aggressive as hell. Look at how much damage that one attack did. 40%. Let's finish this.
Is that all you got? Oh gosh, he's
So
doing
long, Gay
this.
Bowser.
So Yeet.
Yeah, that was a rough fight. To say the very least. He, very aggressive. That's the end of this DLC.
I'm not done making my omelets yet, Sam.
What the hell are you?
We could use a man like you, Sam. Organized violence, waging war as business. We're gonna put an end to all that bullshit.
Maybe.
I don't think you want him. He dies to Raiden.
Yeah.
I mean,
Then how
to be
about
fair,
it?
so does the senator.
Will you lend us a hand?
A hand, eh? How about I take yours?
My robot.
I get what's going on. Sam's learning more how the nano machines work as he's fighting.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter because he's getting annihilated. Dang, he actually does damage to the senator. Ryder couldn't even cut off his arm.
Oh shit!
Oh, that explains the gap in his chest. That explains a lot. Oh wait, no, that wasn't his chest. What did he hit? He hit his arm?
Not bad.
That explains the cut in his arm.
Damn it! I'm gonna have to get this reattached, man.
Losing a limb or two.
Almost like on a mecha at this
won't
point.
Stop us.
The hell?
Yours. Welcome aboard.
You're hired. I just stabbed you in your chest.
I would shake, but my arm's bleeding. Alright, well, that was a thing. Very weird and interesting way to see how Sam becomes a higher mercenary. I missed 3 chapters on this. Wow, this is bigger than I thought. Sam's DLC is really packed. Holy crap.
I did like it though.
It's a
kind
good
of
thing
cool.
of DLC, yeah.
And
And he has
for
credits.
free. It was for free too.
Yeah, I think this did have a price tag when it first launched, but they made it free over time. I can't remember if they did actually have a price. If they did, how much it would have been. Probably would have been a $5 thing at the most. Which, to be fair, that's the whole thing we just seen. 2 hours worth of gameplay. I'd say that's worth $5.
Yeah, that's worth $5.
I also like
Okay.
this credits scene a little bit more than Raiden's because it's just more visually appealing. Just like the red more.
I did too.
I just let the credits play out normal. Why not? It's a good song.
And you know you won't get flagged for a copyright.
No, the whole series has been uploaded to YouTube and all the videos are safe. So I already know even this song's safe. Konami really lifted their copyright strike bans, and I'm glad they did. I was kind of worried about that in certain sections because of the copywritten music.
Yeah.
Especially when I heard the first vocal theme and the prologue chapter, like, oh god, this is going to be a nightmare, isn't it? And then, no. Apparently everything is safe.
Well, I kind of figured because I know Proton John streamed this game not too long ago, and like I know that he didn't have any issues re-uploading the stream, so I knew.
No, he
this
just had
game-
issues with the game as a
Yeah.
whole. He did not like this game.
I kind of figured he didn't like it.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those things that you have to go in the mindset that I'm gonna get my ass kicked.
Well, it's not just
So-
that. No, the problem really he had with it is just blade mode. Everything else was fine. Just blade mode just destroyed certain sections. Mainly the biggest problem this game has with the blade mode is the chapter 4 boss and then the final boss. If you can get past both of those sections, you're fine. But those really frustrate him. Like, he was literally screaming in his streams when I seen the VODs. Like, he was pissed. And it's understandable, because I was really upset with that Chapter 4 boss, too. It's very frustrating. It's a difficulty spike.
And like I said, did you when you first streamed it, I said, "Do you like Skyward Sword?" It's kind of like that.
Except way worse and not even close.
Yeah. Skyward Sword without its motion controls.
Yeah. That's the reason why I actually turned back around my controls to just normal controls on both the horizontal and vertical axis, because it makes blade mode aiming with those certain sections way easier. I noticed doing it in vertical mode like that, I was not laying out my shots nearly as well with blade mode. But it was fine controlling the camera, so just adjust to controlling the camera with controls everyone else can get, but for me it's just always hard when I keep on going back to like 5th and 6th generation of stuff where there was no option to uninvert.
Yeah. But you still have Blade Wolves DLC. How long is
Yeah.
that one?
Same amount of length from what I heard with this, so we'll see. Because Blade Modes is more stealth-based. I don't even know he has VR missions in the same setup like Sam did. Because Sam is basically a Raiden, just without the stealth.
Yeah.
So I don't think Blade Wolf will have any VR stuff. We'll have to see when we jump into it.
Okay.
It'll be a little slower paced, but probably around the same length as this, to be
Yeah.
honest. About an hour to 2 hours, depending. At least that's what I looked up.
If you don't, spend an hour in damn VR.
Yeah, again, hopefully we shouldn't have any of that.
Yeah, let's hope.
Oh, and then it just, after all the events we just seen in Jetstream, it just smoothly transitions into the main campaign. So now we understand why his hand here is red, because he had to get a cyborg enhancement to fix up his arm.
Because Senator Armstrong's a dick.
Yeah, he kind of stabbed him after he cut off Senator's arm, which it's fair, very fair. Yeah, we know, we already did it. Long story short, he dies. Sorry, spoilers. Blade Wolf has 5 VR missions, but I didn't read what they're entailing. Okay, that's fine then. So we'll see how they go at that point. Because I don't know how bad or difficult certain VR will be compared to this guy's VR missions.
Yeah, total playtime was only an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's not
that
bad.
bad. I cut no right legs. You guys were all saved on your right legs.
Come on, man. And you didn't cut no right legs.
So I just get an overall ranking over on the DLC side. Okay. It just lines up with the others, and then you can just take out that whole blue bar if you don't even have the DLC. That's a interesting setup that they did.